Patriots are going to be throwing that football. And Coach said, all right, well, good luck, which is a perfect segue.
For why not?
For unfortunately, our last why not of this football season will start on the New England side. What are you telling the Patriots, Coach?
Why not protect Drake May, especially if you're going to throw the ball on first down? By the way, he's taken 15 sacks in the last 3 games. And the last time I checked, the Seattle defense is pretty good. So why not protect him? That would be my why not to the New England
They
Patriots.
have no choice, because if they do not protect Drake May, they're going to age the 23-year-old quarterback a decade today, because that defense, the dark side, is going to be after him. All right, what about on the other sideline? What message do you have for Seattle?
Seattle, I'm going to bring back bad memories. But why not? If you have the ball on the 1-yard line, run the ball, please. Don't throw a pass. Just run. Don't do this. Run the ball, by the way. That still bothers me when I see that. But I get it. But wow, how about that? Just turn around and give it to the beast. Beast mode. And I love Coach. I love Coach Carroll there. But, Coach, you got to run the ball on
Kenneth
one.
Walker III, this iteration of beast mode. Coach, the game itself, what do you want to tell Super Bowl 60?
Why not give us a thriller?
We need it.
Let's make it a close Super Bowl. Let it go down to the last possession. I mean, why not? It's in my hometown, right up the street from where I live.
Yeah, you're familiar with it.
California. So why not give us a nice Super Bowl? Going to be a nice day today, beautiful weather, and I'm here in Bristol with you guys. I love being with you guys, but it's snow outside, by the way.
We didn't want to bring that up. Negative degree temperature. Is Sam Darnold going to be turning things up? What are you saying to Darnold?
Why not get the last laugh?
Come on.
And win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That would really define his career. After all what he's gone through, if anybody deserves it, this guy does. Perseverance at its best. Sam Darnold. Why not go ahead and win a Super Bowl?
Went through absolute heck the last couple of seasons. Everybody wrote him off. Seattle certainly didn't. Darnold looking for a 17th win this season, which would be the most by a quarterback in their first year with a new team. Coach Herm Edwards. Why not?
Damian Woody, Herm Edwards with us. That Eamon Worry news is really good, right? He's a Swiss Army knife for those guys. Sam Darnold, Herm, is going into the biggest game of his career. How do you see this going in terms of really for him what the biggest key is?
Well, that he has to stay in structure. I mean, this is a big game for him. Just think about his career, kind of where it's at right now. If he was to win this game, think about that.
What a story.
It'd be a great story. And I just think he can't get out of character all of a sudden. He's playing in the Super Bowl. Just run the offense, Sam Darnold. That's what you do best. Complete the ball when you're supposed to complete it. Hand it off when you're supposed to hand it off. Just be Sam Darnold. Don't try to be anybody else. He knows that. But I think when you get in a game of this magnitude, and this young man has played in 2 of them. I actually played in 1. I'm not a Super Bowl winner, but I actually won.
I'm sorry that we didn't mention that.
You gave him his. He's won 2, but I was in 1 when he was in junior high school. That's how old mine was.
In 1.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm really sorry that I didn't give you
just saying,
your
Super Bowl
flowers.
15. Nobody was in college then. You guys were in high school when I played mine. It was in black and white, by the way.
Would you like to continue with our segment?
No, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. Just saying.
All right, can we pivot to Drake May for a second? Former Patriot, by the way. So,
yes.
Yeah.
2 Super Bowl rings.
Yes, exactly. Drake May, a little bit of concern because he's been sacked 15 times. Yeah. And most of those have come really with the opponent's defense rushing 4.
Correct.
How do you expect the Patriots to adjust to give him some more protection today?
Yeah, I think Josh McDaniels will scheme up protection. And what I mean by that, he'll add tight ends to help the tackles out. Chips by running back. He'll do things from a formational standpoint to really help out the protection. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Hannah, guys got to go out there. You get paid to do a job. You're going to have to go out there and block these guys because you can't have everybody in to block and not enough people out for the routes and stuff. So
what about the rookie?
Yeah, the rookie. Will Campbell. He's going to have his hands full, and we know. At the end of the day, they always circle certain people.
Yes.
And they try to attack your perceived weaknesses. So Will Campbell is going to play a big role in this game one way or the other.
He's going to have to play better.
He's going to have to.
That's all than we have seen. What was the score in your Super Bowl, Herm?
But it was Denver and Seattle. It was going to be 3-2. But I was close.
What was the score in Super Bowl 15?
I don't even know the score.
He doesn't even remember.
2017.
Okay.
Now, it was worse than that. We got beat bad. Yeah. We lost in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Seahawks and Patriots kicking off in just about 9 hours. Let's go back on the road, out to Santa Clara, where our Sal Palantonio joins us again live. Sal, why is Mike Vrabel such a good fit for this Patriots team as head coach?
You know, Jay, it's because he's such a great communicator. You got to remember, he won 3 Super Bowls with Bill Belichick in New England. So he knew how Bill Belichick communicated, and he put an extra layer of his personality on it. He's so sincere, he connects with each and every player. He knows his football team. I had a one-on-one interview with him, and I asked him a question that I think really gives a great answer. I want you to listen to this. You've been around football all your life. You've been around championship football as a professional. What do you like about this football team right now going into the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I believe they have a belief that somehow, some way, they're going to find a way to win the football game. They've created an identity that I think they've tried to protect, and I enjoy being around them. They're fun to be around, and they don't take themselves too personally. I don't take myself too seriously, and we've been having a good time.
You know, he's such a joy to be around, and you could tell his players feed off of that joy. And you knew on Super Bowl Sunday that I was going to have a newspaper for you guys. And not only am I having a newspaper, but I got the Boston Globe on Super Bowl Sunday. There is the front page, and it's all about playing the Seattle Seahawks, old foe, new era. These two teams, Jay and Hannah, have played some great games. Just think about this. The last 10 matchups between these two teams have come down to 1 score, and 3 of the last 4 games between the Seahawks and the Patriots ended on the 1-yard line. These two teams know one another. They are so competitive against one another. It is unbelievable that we got the Boston Globe, and there it is, tells the whole story.
Yes, we do. And yes, it does. Sal, thank you so much. Going to check back with you a bit later for more on Mike Vrabel's final message to his team. For now, let's go back over to him.
Okay, how did Sal get, he's in Santa Clara, California.
Because he's Sal.
How do you get a newspaper across the country? That's a commitment. That's a commitment to the job.
Very committed.
Right?
Very much so.
And talk about those games that ended on the 1-yard line. As we know, that happened in the Super Bowl. And all those Seattle fans that we saw in Santa Clara, they're looking for some get back. You won a title with Mike Vrabel. What was it like as a teammate that has, translated here to this success as a head coach?
High football IQ. Dude, you just knew, just being around Mike Vrabel, that this dude was destined to be a coach. I think most importantly, relatability. This dude just knows how to relate to not only as a teammate, but to his players. And so, as a coach, there's not a situation that these players have gone through that Mike Vrabel hasn't gone through. And think about today, the whole routine, the pageantry of the Super Bowl, all those guys on the roster who has never experienced this, they got a head coach that they can lean on to help guide them through this whole process. And oh, by the way, like Mike Vrabel said, he doesn't take himself too serious. He likes having fun with his guys.
D. Wood makes a lot of great points, and I've had the honor of being a coach in the National Football League, an assistant coach as well as a head coach. And the thing you learn and you take away right away from the players, when you're asking them something, you've done it. And the players know you've done it.
Yeah.
You know you've experienced. You're not just asking them to do things that doesn't make sense, right? The players look at you and go, well, Coach played, we get it. And they trust you. They trust you. And you have to watch out for this. Sometimes you ask yourself before you ask a player, I used to do this all the time, if I was a player and I asked the coaches to do this, then I go, I wouldn't ask them to do that, and I don't ask the question.
Right.
Because you have that
so you got to think like a couple steps ahead.
You got to always think like the player.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, this Super Bowl 36, you were 2-touchdown underdog, I believe, the Patriots.
Yep.
And the Patriots came back and won that game against the Rams. They're an underdog again today for the first time since then. What's the formula for them to get the upset?
I think, number one, Drake May got to use his legs. Drake May, I need to see the regular season Drake May, the guy that was runner for the MVP. We need to see that guy right there. And then number two, I think the New England Patriots defense is going to try to shut down Kenneth Walker III and actually make Sam Darnold beat them. Because as good as Sam Darnold has played, as well as he played in the NFC Championship, remember, Sam Darnold also led the league in turnovers at the quarterback position.
Right.
Sam Darnold will throw you some out there. And so I'm sure Mike Vrabel is telling those guys, hey, let's shut down the run. This guy will throw us the ball, and we just got to capitalize on that.
Interesting. No Charbonnet, right? Walker's going to carry the load for the most part. What do you think, Coach?
That's a great point, and that has been a little bit of Sam Darnold's DNA, turnovers. And you watch the last game they played in. He fumbled a couple balls on the handoff. They got it back. They didn't turn the ball over. So that's kind of been his DNA. And until you solve it, it's still a part of what you do. This is the biggest game Sam Darnold's ever played in. And it is against a team that I call them the pesky Patriots. They just find a way to win. I said it earlier in the season, after about week 5, I said, if you're watching football, you don't want to watch the Patriots. They're boring. All they do is win. Yeah. They're not a fun watch on television. You watch them play, you go, okay, and they win another one. They keep winning.
I know. They
know how to win.
They haven't looked their best in the playoffs, and they keep winning. Darnold had 14 interceptions in the regular season. He hasn't had any postseason. It's true. Okay, he hasn't had any in the playoffs. Yeah. Don't be telling me he's due today.
I'm not saying that.
All right, D. Woody and Herm.